These idiot companies are free to do what they want, and we're free to take them on. And we will. Okay, as I said, a disturbing article, but an article you need to read because it really diagrams out the pernicious, dangerous connections between these Transition Integrity Project folks who are planning post-election chaos if Trump wins and the big tech tyrants who are planning to shut you down after the election. Dare you speak about the results if they don't go the left's way? Here's the article. Please, I humbly implore you to go to the show notes and read it. Bongino.com/newsletter is how you access our show notes. Subscribe to the newsletter. It's free. We're not going to spam your inbox. You'll get this email once a day with articles like this. Big tech's backing of the Transition Integrity Project lacks integrity. Simply put, the entirety of Silicon Valley is working against Donald Trump and Republicans this year. Julie Kelly, American Greatness. I can't see Joe right now, but I imagine Joe has his shocked face on, which is to say he doesn't have his shocked face on. Silicon Valley's working with the left to cause post-election chaos and shut you down. Shocked face, non-shocked face.
Jeez, man.
The least surprising thing you've probably heard all day. But let's diagram it out so you know exactly the connection. Remember a couple weeks ago when I covered this epic tier 1 level loser who had threatened Michael Anton. Michael Anton, again, is a guy I interviewed who wrote a piece called The Coming Coup, where he diagrammed out the Transition Integrity Project, this leftist group tied to people tied to George Soros and his money. He funds these leftist groups a lot. But by the way, those are facts, however uncomfortable they are. Michael Anton was getting death threats on Twitter. One of the guys who implied that he should be killed was this guy, Nils something.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Nils?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Nils.
Nilsy guy. So Nils worked at this Berggren project thing. So here's Julie Kelly's piece. I'm getting to the ties here between these groups. Just hang in there for a minute. It's important. A co-founder of the Transition Integrity Project is tied to big tech progressive activists with deep pockets and a personal vendetta against Donald Trump. Nils Gilman. There he is. Never so appropriately named a human being, Nils. It means nil to me. Nils Gilman is vice president of the Berggren Institute, a California-based think tank established in 2010 after the financial crisis. The Berggren Institute seeks, quote, great transformations to restructure global institutions such as capitalism and democracy. Wow, sounds like a Marxist group there. At a star-studded gala in New York City last December, this Berggren group awarded its $1 million annual prize to the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, we know where their politics are, which is okay. I am, as a co-owner of a social media titan, I'm proud to say, we don't censor our people and we let liberal ideas go. So now we've established that Nils Gilman, who's involved with this Transition Integrity Project, calling for a street fight after the election if Trump wins. Not a legal one. Again, their words, not mine. This Berggren Institute, where he's also associated with, also has some very suspicious ties to big tech titans. Here it is, folks. Follow the money everywhere. So who's one of the tech titans involved with him? Well, let's go to the screenshot from the piece so you can read it for yourself. Board members of the Berggren Institute include Reid Hoffman, the co-founder of LinkedIn. The 53-year-old is worth a cool $2 billion. That's a nice chunk of change. And is a top sugar daddy of the Democratic anti-Trump resistance, according to one report. He offered a $5 million reward for anyone who could produce Donald Trump's tax returns during the 2016 election. Okay, there's LinkedIn guy. Berggren Institute, Nils Gilman, death threats, Michael Anton exposes the coup, Berggren Institute, Transition Integrity Project, street fight after the election if Trump wins, and who's associated with them? Gosh, the LinkedIn guy, shocker. You may be saying, gosh, as we said, Dan, I know the listeners in their head, they're like, surely you've got more. Of course, surely I've got more because I've always got more.
Yeah.
Or should I say, Julie has more from the article. So let's go to screenshot 2. Eric Schmidt, former CEO and chairman of Google. Gosh, what's he have to do with that? The longtime Democratic activist and donor is worth $17 billion. The tycoon recently blamed the president for people dying unnecessarily from COVID-19 because people didn't socially distance or wear masks, even though most Americans have abided by that advice for more than 6 months. Has he gone out recently, Eric Smith? Sees everybody with masks almost everywhere? Google owns YouTube. Now you see why our videos on YouTube are constantly crushed and demonetized, hence my business association with YouTube's now fiery competitor, Rumble. What an appropriately named company, Rumble. We like that.
Yeah.
Paula gave me the fighting rock'em sock'em robots over there. And we're doing very well at Rumble because people hate YouTube too, because of leftist activists involved with it. You may say, gosh, LinkedIn and Google are involved with this Berggruen Institute, involved with the coup after the election. Surely that's enough. No, surely not. There's more. This is just a small snapshot, by the way. Or a Snapchat. Let's check this out. Screenshot number 3. Evan Spiegel, co-founder of Snapchat. This guy's only 30. The 30-year-old husband of actress Miranda Kerr. I don't know Miranda Kerr. Is worth $4.5 million. A billion. Excuse me. Million. That's his food bill every year. Snapchat's one of the most popular social media platforms for teens and young adults with about 230 million monthly users. Spiegel announced in November the company will fact check all political ads. So they're on the board, this guy of the Berggruen Institute, the same institute that houses a guy who co-founded the Transition Integrity Project calling for a street fight after the election. Are these tech titans being put on the record if they support a street fight or not? I'm just asking for the media folks out there. I know you're not real journalists. I get that. But maybe for a moment, in a sincere act of astonishing journalistic integrity, it would be a good idea to call these companies and get their PR departments on the phone and go, hey, listen, you know you're associated with this Berggruen Institute, associated with a guy who's running a project calling for a street fight after the election. Do you guys endorse that idea? Or maybe they should do what the media does to Trump, Joe. Here's a crazy idea. Maybe you should denounce that. And until they denounce it, if you don't denounce it, you support it.
Yeah, we can look it up on socialist media.
You're not going to find anything because this thing will get buried tomorrow, just like this video will be demonetized by YouTube. Therefore, I always ask you, please, don't watch it on YouTube. Go to rumble.com/Bongino and watch it there.
Yeah.
Folks, I lose money by telling you that. I don't want it. Go to Rumble. Not interested in them anymore. They've attacked me repeatedly. It's how we fight back. We're free marketeers. Not telling anyone to ban YouTube. I've actually been a strong advocate in front of the camera, behind the camera, in front of the scenes and behind the scenes for social media freedom. These idiot companies are free to do what they want, and we're free to take them on. And we will.
You just heard Dan Bongino.